A marketing plan is really just one part of your overall business plan. A marketing plan is a living guide to your goals for starting and building a loyal and sustainable customer base. It contains your marketing goals and the strategies and tactics you'll use to achieve them. But don't think that you can write one marketing plan that will be good for the life of your business, or even for a year for that matter. Rather, an effective marketing plan should evolve with your business, your customers, and the market. Before you sit down to outline your marketing plan, do some preparation to make your job easier. First of all, it's very important that you include all the members of your management team, as well as key frontline employees in the planning process. People from marketing, finance, manufacturing, and distribution. The more input you get from all the functional areas of your business, the more successful your plan will be. Here are some tips for getting started. Brainstorm a list of possible marketing strategies and tactics. This list can help you see all the possibilities before you narrow down the choices. You need to have a good understanding of which previous strategies have been successful and which ones have not. You can gain that understanding by looking at other companies in the industry. Find this information in popular business magazines such as Inc. and Fast Company. Hit some of the major business resource sites on the internet. Your goal is to collect as many strategies and tactics as you can. At this point, don't worry about whether they're feasible for your company. You really want to make sure you haven't missed a great strategy or a tactic. You can judge feasibility after your list is complete. Try to think like a customer. Look at your company, its products and services, and its employees from the customer's perspective. In other words, step outside of yourself for a bit and look objectively at your business and what it offers. Know your competition as well as you know your own company. Look at what your competitors are doing right and what they're not doing that maybe you should be doing. Can you think of ways to improve on what your competitors are doing? Begin analyzing your options and ranking them. Start by eliminating quickly those options that aren't possible for your company at this time. Perhaps they cost more than you have in your budget, or maybe they just aren't appropriate for your customers. For example, if your customers aren't regular television watchers, you probably don't want to waste money advertising on that medium. After you've followed these tips, you can begin to write your marketing plan. Your marketing plan can be as elaborate as a complete 50-page business plan or as Spartan as a one-paragraph plan. In fact, starting with one paragraph that says it all isn't a bad idea. Many very experienced marketers suggest using this approach because it forces you to keep your plan focused and to identify the key components. A good one-paragraph marketing plan has the following 7 components. Purpose. What's the marketing plan supposed to accomplish? Benefits. How will your products and services satisfy the needs of your customers? Customer. Who is your primary customer and what's your strategy for building long-term relationships with that customer? Company. How will the customer see your company? Remember, customers are some of the many people who will contribute to positioning your company in the marketplace. Niche. What's the niche in the market that your company has defined and will serve? Tactics. What specific marketing tools will you use to reach customers? Budget. How much of your budget will you allocate to marketing efforts? You've probably heard the term target market before. Target market represents the segment of the marketplace whose needs your product or service will satisfy. To put it another way, the target market consists of the customers who are most likely to purchase your product or use your service. It's important to target a specific market rather than try to hit the whole market at once. Why is this? The answer is simple. Marketing to customers is a very costly undertaking for any business. So you want to be sure that you reach the customers who will actually buy from you. And who are those first customers? The ones in the most pain, because they have the problem that you're solving. They're the ones who have their credit cards out when your product or service hits the market. In your search for your target or customers, you'll encounter many types of potential customers, so it won't always be obvious which group you should target first. One quick and easy way to help segment all your potential customers is to create a customer matrix. A customer matrix is a table that compares all the categories of customers you identify across several characteristics or variables. The typical characteristics used to compare customers are the benefits that a particular customer seeks from your products and services, the distribution channel you can use to deliver those benefits, the marketing strategy that's appropriate for that customer. Of course, you can add any other type of comparison category you want. These three categories, however, will get you started. Notice that each customer requires different benefits from the company. What this really tells you is that you define customer categories by the benefits to the customer. So, for example, the needs of a rapidly growing company are greater and more frequent in terms of management strategies than the needs of either the startup venture or the established company. Chances are you won't reach all your customers through the same distribution channels either. Likewise, it follows that if you're reaching different customers through different distribution channels, you'll probably also use different marketing strategies and tactics to create awareness and motivate them to buy. After you pinpoint your potential target customer, it's time to create a customer profile, an in-depth description of the customer. Market research can help you find out more about that customer and the size of the market for that customer. There are 4 broad ways to segment a market. These methods are guides for you. Don't forget that the best way to understand and define your customers is to get out there and talk to them. Demographics. Demographics are the most common type of segmentation. Good market research firms can tell you down to the precise neighborhood what people buy, when they buy, how much they buy, and how much they earn. These firms also can give you information on standard characteristics such as sex, age, disposable income, ethnicity, and so forth. The benefits of the product or service. Market research can tell you which types of customers are seeking convenience, wanting to save time, or looking for superior quality and are willing to pay a premium for it. If such a benefit is what you're selling with your products and services, you want to know about these customers because they're your most likely purchasers. Location of your customers. Customers in various parts of the world have different purchasing habits and different needs. Naturally, then, the location of customers will affect your distribution and marketing strategies, and probably even the design of your product. Psychographics. When you look at the personality traits, lifestyles, and behavioral patterns of customers, you're looking at psychographics. Psychographics are very important in deciding which types of marketing tactics will catch your customers' attention. Market research is about gathering information about potential customer and market segments that can help you understand your customers and their needs. Market research is a lot like doing your taxes. You dread doing them, put them off to the last minute, and then revel in what you learn about your finances as a result of doing them. If you can discipline yourself to do marketing research, it can reward you with customer intelligence that will get that revenue stream flowing. In the early stages of market research, your target market description will be quite broad and based on samples of the population done by others. But as you get out in the market and talk to your potential customers, your definition of the target market may actually change, and you may find that your potential customer is really someone quite different from what you originally thought. Another important reason to do some of your own market research is that you know best what types of information you need for your business. In fact, defining the kind of information you require is actually the first step in doing effective market research. Smart market researchers always identify the information they need before they go out to talk to customers. Think of how frustrating it would be to have to finish a bunch of customer interviews only to discover that you forgot to ask a very important question. Here's a list of the kinds of information that most businesses need. Of course, you should modify it to suit your specific needs. What do your potential customers typically buy? How do they hear about products and services? How do they like to buy your particular type of product or service? How often do they buy? How can your company best meet their needs? Also, make sure that you collect data that gives you a sense of trends in the market and the level of demand for the product or service you're offering.